Okay, so this next section is 8.2. It is multiplying polynomials by a monomial. Okay, so the only really important note you have to know is anytime you multiply numbers, you're going to add the like exponents, okay? So what that means is, this is your problem. Negative 3x squared, parentheses, 7x squared minus x plus 4, close your parentheses. So anytime you see parentheses, you think distribute, right? You see my little arrows? So you're going to multiply the whole numbers, negative 3 times 7, which is negative 21, and add the exponents that are like. So since these are both x's, 2x's and 2x's is x to the fourth. The same thing again, negative 3 times technically negative 1 is positive 3. 2x's and 1x is x to the third. Then negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. I have 2x's and no x's. 2x's plus no x's is still 2x's. And then that's my answer. Double check, make sure it's in standard form, so greatest exponent to least, and that's it. So now we're going to do this one together. So 5a squared, parentheses, negative 4a cubed plus 2a squared minus 7. So we're going to distribute. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20. 2a's, 3a's is a to the fifth. Then 5 times 2 is positive 10. 2a's and 2a's is a to the fourth. Then last one. 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. 2a's and no a's is still 2a's. And that would be it. Okay, now we're going to come over here and we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to add an extra step because there's going to be subtraction. So you see this 2p outside this parentheses, and but you see minus 5 outside this parentheses. We're going to do both of them. So 2p times negative 4p squared is negative 8p to the third. 2p times 5p is 10p squared. Then we scoot over here. I would keep the negative with the 5, just like if it was just minus. We're going to distribute with it. So negative 5 times 2p squared is negative 10p squared. Negative 5 times 20 is negative 100. Then, in this one, you're going to have to combine like terms. And I wrote distribute, which is what we did, and now we're going to combine our like terms. Well, the p cubed has nothing in common, so I wrote it. Now, p squareds, I have 2 of them. Well, when I add these together, they cancel out, so they're gone. So I just cross them out. And then 100, there's no other constants added to, so I brought it down, and then that's the answer. Now we'll try this one. 15t is distributed to these, so you can only add t's with t's. So 15 times 10 is 150. I have a t, 1 t, and I have y's. Well, I don't have any other y's, so I'll keep the y's. 1t and 5 t's is 6t, so t to the 6. And then 15 times 5, well, 15 times 5 is what? I think it's 75. And then t and t, well, we keep our y's, and we have 2 t's. Okay, then you scoot, make sure you can see it. Okay, you can. So then the negative 2y, you keep that negative with the 2. Negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Y and y is y squared, and I have 2 t's. Now negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Y and 2 y's is y to the third. Now again, now this is a little harder to combine like terms because they have to have the same. So any others have 3 y's and 6 t's. 3 y's, nope. So we're going to bring it down. 50y cubed t to the 6th, and then I cross it out, so I know I did it. So then y squared t squared. Oh, look, this one also has y squared t squared. So the variables are the same, so we add the numbers. So 75 minus 2 is 73, and then keep the y squared t squared. And then we have this 8y cubed that has nothing in like, and then double check that we have nothing in like, and then that's your answer. Now we come over here to this problem. This one here, this one's a little easier. Distribute the 3 to everything. So you distribute the 3, you get 15x to squared. 3 times 2 is 6x. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Now we're going to distribute negative x, so like negative 1x. So it's negative 7x to the third, negative 1, so negative 2 x squared. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3x. Now we look for our terms. Greatest degree is 3. I don't see any more like it. So negative 7x to the third. Now powers of 2, there's a power of 2. There's a power of 2, 15 of them, and then negative 2. So that's 13x squared. Then that has a power of 1. That has a power of 1. Add those together, you get 9 x's, and then we have a 12 left over. Don't forget to think about it to be able to name these also. So you think, what's the degree? Remember, that's the biggest power. So the degree here is 3. Your leading coefficient is the number, the big number that's in front. So this one is negative 7. And then we name it based on the degree. So the word that goes with, through my pencil. The word that goes with 3 is cubic. So I broke my lead now. Is cubic. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. When you have 4 terms, you write polynomial. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing down here. There's just gonna be an equal sign in the middle, which really just means there's an extra step we're gonna have to solve. So here's your original problem, 2a parentheses, 5a minus 2, close it, plus 3a parentheses, 2a plus 6, close it, plus 8. That's just the left side. Then equals a parentheses 4a plus 1, close your parentheses, plus 2a parentheses 6a minus 4, close it, and then plus 50. So I cover up the right side and only do the left. First, just work on distributing 2a times the stuff that's on the inside, then 3a times the stuff on the inside, and then bring down the 8. Do that. Then look at it and go, can I combine any like terms? So I say I have 2 things with a squareds, combine those. 2 things with just a's, combine those, and you bring in the 8. Once you're there, I stop, because I have nothing left, and then I'm going to go to the right side. I'm going to cover up the other side and go, okay, and I do the same thing. Distribute the a to its group. Do the math. Now take the 2a and distribute it to its 2 things on the inside. And take that 50, since there's no distributing, and bring it down. Now look at the line you have. Go, any combine like terms? Yes, there is. Combine them. Add them together. I always do greatest degree to least degree. And then you're left with this line right here. You have 16a squared plus 14a plus 8 equals 16a squared minus 7a plus 50. Then from there, you go, okay, every time this happens, you're probably going to get powers that are greater than 1 for your exponents, okay? That's fine because look, 16a squared and 16a squared, they're exactly the same. Both 16s, both positive, both a squared. When you have the same thing on both sides, they cancel out. So I can just cross them out. And they do that because if I were to subtract them to move all my a squareds to one side, they would subtract and they would cancel each other out because they would 16a minus 16a squared is 0. So if as long as you see it right away, you can just cancel them out, and then you're left with 14a plus 8 equals negative 7a plus 50. And then it's just a basic 2-step linear equation thing where you get a by itself. So move all your a's to one side, I move them all to my left, and all your whole numbers to the right side. Combine them, add them, and then divide when you need to. And you should get, on this one, a equals 2. Now we're going to do this next one together. Next one, here's the problem, 2x parentheses, x plus 4, close the parentheses, plus 7, equals x plus 8 plus 2x parentheses, x plus 1, close your parentheses, plus 12. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the left side. Distribute, so 2x times x is 2x squared, 2x4 is 8x, and then bring down my 7. This one was already really basic, nothing combined, so I can already move to the right side. X plus 8 was in parentheses, but it can't do anything, so we just bring it down. Now 2x, I can distribute that, so plus 2x squared. 2x times 1 is plus 2x. Bring down the 12. Now on this right side, we can combine some stuff, so I'm going to rewrite it. First, I'm going to bring down my 2x squared because it's got nothing in common. I'm going to add my x's, so that's plus 3x. And then add my constants, which is plus 20. So I'm going to bring down my left side so they're on the same line. Now again, look at it. Do you see that you have the same kind of x squareds on both sides? So they cancel out. Then move all your x's to one side. So I move the smaller of the x's, so minus 3 from both sides. That gets 5x plus 7 equals 20. Then move the 7 by subtracting it. You get 5x equals 13. Divide both sides by 5. X equals, I type that in my calculator, it gives me like 2.6. That does not divide, so I'm going to leave it as 13 over 5. You will get some on your homework that is also a fraction. Just pay attention to it. It's okay. They're not pretty, but they do happen. So pay attention, check it, and you can always go back through. You can plug this in for X, plug it on all the X's, and you know you're right, though this is ugly because it's a fraction. The left will equal the right. That's how you know you're done.